I'm wearing the
What?
shirt of
Yeah. What?
Wet Leg is one of my favorite rock bands. It's a bunch of women that do rock songs about being horny, hence the name.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I remember my grandma and my uncle always saying that Judge Judy phrase, which was "Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining."
Until it's raining.
So when you said wet leg,
Uh-huh.
I went Judge Judy.
Yeah.
And now I'm picturing Judge Judy as a rock guitarist singing songs about being horny. And
Right.
it's a picture.
It's a little disquieting. Yeah. Hey, welcome to Tank Top Talks. I'm your host, Matt Braunger. Tank tops are ridiculous, but they feel good. And the reason they feel good is because they're ridiculous. You might as well be wearing no shirt at all. Jodie Sweetin, let's talk about your tank.
Let's. Hold on now.
Please.
I'm wearing two tanks.
Okay, cool.
Because
Yeah.
I put the first tank on, and like you said, it's basically like not wearing a shirt. It was very thin.
Yeah,
very
yeah,
thin.
sure,
and I was like, it's not tit tank tops.
Okay.
It's tank tops. So,
Sure.
So I decided to layer.
Okay,
that.
nice.
But I love a good tank top, man.
But I feel like we've oft discussed this on the show, the undershirt thing.
Right.
What's, colloquially called, wife beaters.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. That was what
Yeah.
you were like tank tops. I was like, oh, why? And I was like, oh, we can't say that.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
You can say anything.
But I can
It's
say
fine.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
I mean, you can't like the old saying goes, you can say
Sure.
anything.
But right.
Right. But no, I was very excited to wear this today because it's also 9,000 degrees
So
because
hot.
we live on the asshole of the sun.
Oh, yeah.
And it's gross out there.
I was just in Bend, Oregon, and it's like fire season. And
Oh,
so there's a
yeah.
fire going on. Just as hot as this,
Right.
but just you're breathing in campfire air, like smoke. And so coming home was a welcome relief. Still hot. but
LA's air felt good.
Yes.
That's sad.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And especially in Oregon, of all places.
I know. It just, Central Oregon wasn't ever, all those trees were never meant to have this level of dryness.
It's
so
almost like worldwide there's something going on.
I don't
you
know.
What I mean? I don't know. There's not really any proof, but it keeps happening,
Right.
kind of.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
my Lord Jesus Christ assures me that
Well,
it's not
someone
true.
should look into that. You know what I mean? Not do anything
If
about
anyone.
it. Not do anything about it,
It
but
should
just
be.
look at it and go,
Yeah.
nah, that doesn't
It's better
sound
to
good.
cross your arms, shake your head, and go, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think the science is all in. Yeah.
You know what? I just like to do that with any problem in my life and go, you know what? I don't really think you actually exist. So
you ignore
fuck
it.
off.
You
Yeah,
ignore
I just
it.
ignore it.
So it goes
and-
away.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm wearing the
What?
shirt of
Yeah. What?
Wet Leg is one of my favorite rock bands. It's
Oh.
a bunch of women that do rock songs about being horny, hence the name.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I remember my grandma and my uncle always saying that Judge Judy phrase, which was "Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining."
Until it's raining.
So when you said wet leg,
Uh-huh.
I went Judge Judy.
Yeah.
And now I'm picturing Judge Judy as a rock guitarist singing songs about being horny. And
Right.
it's a picture.
It's a little disquieting. Yeah, but their new album
I
is
love it.
incredible. So anyway, I wear a new one every time. We taped an episode before yours, and I wear a tank top that says it's a large, and I put it on. I was like, what the fuck? But I'm like, gotta wear it.
Was it like a Spanx?
No.
No? Okay.
No, because it was just from
why is this tank top so
it was
small?
just-
Yeah.
it wasn't a
But I feel so
wasn't
svelte.
a literal control top.
Okay,
No,
got
just a straight
Just an
up
out of
tank
control top.
Yeah, for sure. Too much control, probably.
Mm.
So how are you today? Are you doing okay?
I'm doing well. Had a dentist appointment, all good there, no cavities.
Nice. You have really nice teeth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just I clench my teeth apparently until
Oh.
they're starting to crack.
Yeah.
So he was like, "You should get a night guard," and I
Okay.
said, "I don't think it's the nighttime. That's the problem.
Oh, it's just
It's just
all day.
just all day, and I don't see that getting any better.
I think tis the season. This year.
Tis
This year's been a lot.
Tis
the administration.
Tis the country.
Tis the
Yeah,
country?
yeah.
Yeah.
My country, tis of thee.
Mhm.
Uh-huh, yeah.
How are you? I feel it's this combination of, everything now is the Serenity Prayer.
Oh,
You know? So
there's-
it's kind of like
right.
do what you can and the rest can F itself. And
Yeah,
you also
yeah.
got to take care of yourself and all that jazz. How are
Yep.
you doing the balance thing there?
I don't know that I am. I pretty much, I think like everyone go back and forth from like inundating myself with too much knowledge and
Sure.
news and social media
Right.
to then being like, oh my God, I can't take this anymore. And then just like checking out sort of catatonically for like a couple weeks and then going back and doing the same thing. So
Yeah.
it's
Better than binging, which is what I did the first time.
That's true.
You know, where I was just like constantly getting outraged and constantly. Now it's like.
No, it's just perpetual outrage now.
Yeah.
Like that's just the baseline.
It
so
is.
you know what I mean? I'm like, what is outrage anymore?
Yeah.
It's just there.
Yeah.
So you know, surviving the end of the empire, living through the hottest summer on record until next year. You know, just going through life.
It's good times. Good
I have
times.
2 teenage daughters.
Wow.
One is graduating high school this year, and the other's a sophomore. So yeah,
amazing.
Yep.
Mine just started kindergarten.
Oh my gosh.
And so I had the yellow vest on today. Undo the valet thing where I open the door and I get the kids
get
out.
them out, right?
Walk them in,
Love
stuff like
it.
that. It's the best volunteer gig I've ever had in my life because it's a half hour once a week. That's it. It's so
you know,
rad.
my kids went to a co-op preschool.
Okay.
Because I was like, I can't pay $1,000 for preschool.
No.
And the cool thing about it was you volunteered one
Nice.
shift a week. So
Yeah.
for like 3 hours, either in the morning or the afternoon, whatever, you went and, you know, made them snacks and did stuff. It was like great. And then you were done and you're like, I did my thing. If anybody else wants to be more volunteer-y, go for it.
Great.
So,
yeah. It's
and I did back then. And now I just have no energy.
My rule is it's got to be mindless. Like I'll do it on the road doing stand-up.
Right.
I'm like, I got 3 hours. What do you got? It
Right.
can't. I'm not doing any computer work. I'm not tutoring someone.
No.
I will shove furniture around.
Yeah.
I will, you know,
Yeah.
I'll serve food.
Nobody wants me tutoring them in anything.
Yeah. I need to turn my
History.
brain off to do volunteer work.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do. Yeah.
Or you just need a good prescription.
Yes. Absolutely.
Or lobotomy. They're making a comeback.
They should be.
Yeah. Lunchtime lobotomy. Just, you know, let's go.
Stick the knife up there and move it around. Can I talk about our history a little bit?
Oh my God, please do.
Yeah, it's nothing salacious. I wanted you to play my boss on a pilot for Comedy Central. And you came in 3 times, I think, for this role.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I based it on, I used to work as a closed captioner for the hearing impaired. And it was kind of a workplace thing, but also my kind of ridiculous life, not being a stand-up. But then your character was the boss who acted like she worked as an exec in Hollywood, but was just managing a closed captioning office.
Right.
And like power suit and all the movie posters on the wall. And it was that thing where it's like, yeah, you look at it on the page and maybe it's just like, oh, you're stereotypical like a-hole female boss.
Right.
But it's like you gave it so much nuance and you batted
Thank
it
you.
out of the park every time.
Thank you.
And I was getting in arguments with the execs. And I found out later that one of the execs called his peons in and was like looked at showed your audition tape.
Right.
And it said he's like, I mean, it's great, but like, do you care that she was on Full House? And I was like, and I remember I found that out and I was livid because of course they're going to go with whatever he says.
Right.
They're not going to be like, I do.
No, right. They're not going to be like, no, actually, I really disagree. Hey, would you like me to go get that coffee in your dry cleaning now?
100%. And so they gave the role to somebody else who was good, but like way younger and did the role just as like a harpy. Because she didn't have the acting experience or the comedy experience.
Right.
Because like years later, like, and and the pilot didn't go anywhere, blah, blah, blah. But like years later, I was.
I know. I made that
you
happen.
know. So
No, I canceled it.
Okay, good.
No,
good. But so it was a mess.
I was like, you know what? I'm not getting it. Fuck.
It was a mess. My writing partner was insane.
No.
Anyway, no. But years later, I was on Fuller House. I got to play like a guest role on that, and like it was wild. Like I already knew you're talented and you had been in the business a long time. But like I remember sitting there with one of the producers, and we kind of were like talking about the comic timing of you and Candace and how you guys just nail stuff, even in an environment where it's like, very broad comedy, very accessible comedy, of course.
Yep.
But it's like you got to find those little moments,
right, You have to find the truth in the ridiculous.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's just stupid.
Yeah. But like you're very good at that.
Thank
and
you.
Like not to be just
No, that means a lot. That means a lot. And I know that I ironically have lost out on so many jobs because of the job I had as a kid.
Oh, right.
And which is frustrating because, like you said, you're like, I know I could do it.
Yeah.
Other people,
Absolutely.
But I know that is always kind of a thing. But it is what it is. I mean, like, I wouldn't change it for anything.
Right.
But be nice to go do some other funny shit.
Yeah, and be considered this way, that way, or the other way. Yeah.
But no, that compliment means a lot. It's nice to hear that from people who I respect in comedy.
Well, thank you.
Comedians are they will let you know. They'll be like, nah,
for sure.
This is not great. Yeah.
But I genuinely think people look at massive what they call properties these days, or movies or whatever, and go, oh, they could put anyone in there.
Right.
And it's like, no.
Right. Right.
I have a thing I'm doing in a couple weeks, and I was on like a Zoom table read because everyone's, and it's like, there's this person who's very, very famous that I didn't really know. I kind of knew who she was.
Right.
But it's just like, she's just knocking out of the park, and you're looking at her and you're like, there's something about this person.
Right.
And it's like, you could say star quality, but it's also like, this person is also, they have the talent, but they're also really working really, really hard.
Right.
And like, when I was on that set with everybody there, with you guys, everybody was busting their ass constantly. Yeah. And also the level of security was insane. Like, needed to be.
Right.
But it was nothing I was used to.
Well, I think that, what season was that? Do you remember? Was it season 3?
I think 3.
That was my fault, the security, because I was going through a really horrific breakup with an ex who was like stalking me and trying to kill me and show up on the lot and all kinds of stuff. So that was, sorry about the security.
No, I didn't care.
Yeah.
The guys would just, I just got used to like, oh, they're going to stop me every time, so I have my ID out.
It
was no hardship.
We like, most sets, were pretty, you could open the door and walk in, and it kind of opens up, but all of us, we got very strict with lockdown because there was a lot of weird incidents.
God, I'm sorry to bring it. What other trauma can I just throw at you that I didn't know about?
God, I don't. There's a lot. So
sorry.
Let me just sort. No, I don't care.
Okay.
I can make fun of it.
You're through it now.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I thought it was just massive fandom, but
no.
I will say there were like every time those little tour trucks would go by,
for sure.
They're like, they're shooting Fuller, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, they're all like,
rubbernecking we definitely like attracted a lot of attention.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
And again, it was fun. I loved doing that show.
Yeah.
It was
awesome.
And of course, like, sitcoms are ridiculous and sort of predictable, and they're, but you gotta be able to have fun with them. So
yeah, well, and it's that accessibility is what draws people in.
Yeah,
when they believe in these characters and all this stuff.
Exactly.
It's not like you can just come if you could write a hit song or make a hit band or have a comedian that kills literally every time in front of any crowd, or a show that everyone's like, this, we all watch this. Like, if you could just,
that doesn't exist anymore.
I don't think AI will ever be able to come up with that kind of thing. So when this kind of thing happens,
did you see the Google AI where it recreated a sitcom?
No.
So,
oh God. Yeah, but I don't think that'll be a hit. But go on.
I don't think it'll be a hit. But if you wouldn't have told me that it was AI,
it looks that real.
I would the entire thing, the people, the script, the audience, the lighting, the everything doesn't exist.
Wow.
And I was like, I've been in this business my whole life, and it would have taken me a minute, and I would have automatically assumed that this couldn't have been AI.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, it's back to,
I like to say that, it's going to be soulless and people will hate it, but I think there's a lot of soulless people out there who aren't necessarily that discerning in there.
That's absolutely true, but I also think control what you can, because
for sure.
It's out of control, and it's also eating itself. It's already non-profitable. It's already like doing the big dip that the big, like, the .com bust is literally happening.
Oh yeah, we're in for it. Yeah,
we are. Yeah. We are. But at least it uses all the world's water. Thank God.
Thank God
for that.
Thank God for that, because we had too much. We just had too much. It was floating around all over the goddamn place.
I mean, 70%.
Who needs 70% of the world to be water?
When I found that out, I went to the Comedy Store that night and I was like, I just wish there were no billionaires but one trillionaire, like who's like a Caligula type who's swimming in all the world's drinking water because he owns it.
Right.
And we're screaming, I'm so thirsty, and he's like, but I'm so swimmy, and
right.
like fire
the
cannons. Like he doesn't care.
That's...
I would rather the honesty of that.
Right.
Like, of just pure cruelty.
I think we're there. I don't know. What are you talking? I think we have opened the door and it's walked right on in.
I guess it's just not as poetic as I want it to be, you know.
I
want the Roman
really
emperor who's always dripping his head.
Right. You wanted it to be more dramatic.
I want a syphilitic king. You know what I mean? Who's
I think we got one.
Yeah.
That's not hard to find. Yeah, we got one of those.
It's good times.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you from LA?
I am.
Okay,
I am.
Yeah,
well,
I thought so.
I will. So technically,
okay.
I was born in LA, like LA proper, downtown LA. I grew up in like Lakewood, Long Beach, Cypress, sort of very north Orange County. I try and put a little distance there with the OC. Not that I love my OC sometimes, but there's a lot happening down there.
There is.
So yeah,
there is. Yeah. I mean,
I grew up like 15 minutes from Huntington Beach. So
yeah. You and I feel like we definitely link politically. We definitely like.
For sure. Well, I mean, you haven't kicked me off yet, and I feel no.
But it's like I knew that about you, and it's like there are people that we work with that aren't that kind of thing. But I really like how you're nakedly that you are like online that way.
Yeah.
Where I do feel like this is the time. To they say use your platform,
well, we still
but it's
have
more
some
like
speech.
And it's like
some shit.
I want it to be known. I don't want it. It's that combination of like I don't want to beat people over the head who are entertained by me, but you're gonna know.
The thing is that like for me, people are like, oh, it's the same thing they do with sports. They did it to Colin Kaepernick, and
right.
Shut up and play, shut up and act, shut up and entertain me and dance, little monkey, the way I want
Unless
you to. Right, and I always say like, sorry, bro, I am a human before I'm anything else, and I would gladly lose all of my career before I would lose my humanity.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
you're
just kind of what
also a woman with daughters.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're paying attention,
entire life would be different if I grew up one state over.
Right. Yeah.
My opportunities, my kids' opportunities, everything.
Yeah.
So, it's I got a little bit of a personal touch to it,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Plus I just like being a loud person. I've never exactly been
That'd be
quiet.
the funny thing if you're like, oh no, can we cut? I don't believe.
I
don't believe any of this.
I
dude.
didn't bring my hat.
I just like being loud.
I don't
care.
No. I secretly voted for it both times.
I don't care.
No. Yeah.
Please.
I mean, I have to give myself something to do.
The funny thing is, I have, and I'm sure you have too, had people go after me online and being like, oh yeah, virtue signaling. You're just trying to get more followers. I'm like, that's not how you get followers, bro. How you get followers is either nothing politically or veer right and wink, wink.
Right.
That's how you get followers. Just be like,
become a UFC fighter and you'll get followers.
Be a UFC fighter and be like, I just don't like a dress on a man. Just post that. You will get 100,000 followers. That's how you get them.
I'm like, I don't care about followers. No, I really don't.
Empathy will not get you followers. That's crazy.
No, ew. Well,
gross. You care?
Yeah,
disgusting.
No, it's disgusting. Yeah, it's a lacking thing. But I wear my hat proudly that says "We fucking hate Donald Trump," and I wear it.
That's great.
Everywhere I can. I wear it to the gym.
Nice.
And I go to an Equinox, so there's a lot of obnoxious fuckers there.
Oh, wow. That's the one to go to.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
the
like,
one to go to.
I see your red hat. I raise you, sir.
And yeah. I'm trying to decide between I wish for you, whatever you wish for immigrants, and in terms of gym shirts, and never argue with someone John Brown would have shot. I'm between those two.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. That's basically all of the internet, you know what I mean? So, it's, John Brown was like, this is too much for me. I can't deal with all this.
No. Well, that is another thing. Anytime like a young person is just like, well, there's the only way is armed resistance. I'm like, how's that work? How do I choose who to shoot, man?
Here's the deal. Well, I support a lot of political causes across the left spectrum. Same. I will say that. I would say my own personal leanings are much farther left then I didn't bring like armed resistance here or anything today.
All right, cool. If you did, that'd be
but I
exciting.
do. I'm of the mind that at some point when the rules go out the window,
That I
the
agree
rules
with.
got to go out the window.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so when you're when you're directly on the street, sort of fighting fascism.
I agree.
Things happen.
The whole thing of like the masked guy who won't give his badge number or name and tries to take your kid. It's like, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah.
But no, I just, I think it's, right now, like the internet is the worst place for all of us.
Yeah.
Nothing good happens there.
No.
Most of the people aren't even real there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just bullshit anymore. And it's like, when people are like, oh, virtue signaling, I'm like, I haven't been on here such a long time.
No.
I don't even look at comments anymore.
No.
I post
God,
and
no.
drop. I post stuff or I send it to my social manager and I'm like, post this. I don't give a shit about what happens after it.
Yeah.
And if I will have people engaging months later, commenting, hate posting. And I'm just like, thanks for the engagement.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot more of me in
There
your
you go.
timeline. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And it just feeds, and typically they get you wrong and, misinterpret what you said. So it's like, I'm not going to engage with you. Faceless person. It's a picture of a cat and it's a private account. And I'm like, I'm not going to talk to this.
No.
Whatever.
No,
I'm not doing it. But like the cool thing is like doing the research of like, reading like on tyranny. Of course, my own. Always my own.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I print stuff out from the internet and go to the doctor and be like, that's why.
That's right.
This is a lie. I'm still allowed to eat all this bacon.
Right. I mean, I hope you've gone to JPL nearby here
For sure.
and been like, guys,
what's going on?
We know it's flat.
With the
we know
5G
it's flat.
shit?
You didn't go anywhere. You're fake. Yeah, all of it.
Yeah. JPL's space organization.
Jet Propulsion Laboratory, which is out here in Pasadena.
Yeah, Pasadena, Altadena. A friend of mine's like house like kind of looks down on it, and I'm like, that is horrifying. Because it's so big.
Oh, it's gigantic. Yeah.
As a view, a little horrifying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, although not to be grim, but I feel like in Altadena there may be more horrifying views at this point.
Oh God, driving through like that field. I
haven't been I haven't been out there. I mean, I had no reason to be, so I'm not gonna go like tour it. But I do know friends of mine that live in Malibu, my brother-in-law and stuff that have to drive back and forth up the coast, and they're like it's just wild. Yeah,
there's this park where they do these concerts to benefit the Altadena community, and my wife and I will go. And to get there, you go past all these neatly marked former houses, and there's like a field with like one chimney, and it's like brutal. Yeah.
Well, on that note,
what I was going to get to is a happier thing in terms of but it's like better to talk about it than not, and who better than a TV star?
It's true, right? That is my accreditation.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you describe yourself? Like in terms of what you do.
Other than loud? No.
No, but like
I say I'm an entertainer.
Perfect. Yeah.
Because I have done everything from host podcasts, MC, events, do comedy, both stand up and televised. I've shot, movies. I've directed. I've done so many different things in the business. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I just entertain. Hopefully,
that's it. No, I like entertainer because it
covers everything.
It's non-pretentious.
And I don't. Oh God, I don't even like describing myself as an entertainer. It just feels so silly.
And I'm sorry to throw that at you. How do you describe yourself? That's a pretty intense question to just throw out there.
I'm crying on the inside. No, I do. That's like when it's like, what's your occupation? I'm like, I guess entertainment.
Oh, I know. Writing down comedian is. I die inside.
Yeah.
It's like when people
you
ask me what I do,
too.
I should do entertainer.
Yeah.
It's
a little more vague, a little less sad.
Yeah.
No.
Dick joke slinger is not, probably
I don't know though. That has a nice ring to it.
You like that? A little better?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It could definitely be a good Instagram handle.
Maybe not for the volunteer sheet for the public schools for my, when I'm
use a different email. Use it. Yeah, don't use dickslinger.com. Yeah, don't do that.
Joke.
Dick
you took the joke out.
Slanger.
I am not a dick slinger.
Well, Dick Joke
Wrong
Slanger
guy.
was taken, so you had to put Dick Slanger, and then people got really confused. Right? And that's how you got kicked out of the PTA.
I can, they're not looking for me in porn. I'll be honest. They're not trying to hire me. No.
Are you sure that's really why you wear the
sure
tank top? That's why you wear the tank top, Matt. Be honest. You're like...
Listen, you're right. No, not with these shoulders. No. But that's like honestly why I started this podcast is because I don't think I look great in them, but I like wearing them. When I put them on, I feel like I'm on vacation and I like going hot places with my wife and kid and just being it's tank top day. It's fun.
Love nothing more than being somewhere tropical and not having to wear anything more than like a bathing suit and a pair of shorts over the top of it.
So great.
I just need to live on an island somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm warm and tropical. So like I said, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Don't like the heat outside because it's just hot.
No, well, that's not the kind of heat.
That's not. No,
about.
I want warm tropical beach hammock heat.
Blue water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Warm water.
Yes.
But not sharky water.
No, not polluted water.
We're very particular about.
Absolutely
not.
Not Venice Beach water.
Oh God.
Probably not.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
No. Talk about syphilitic king.
Yeah.
But I don't mind wearing a tank top. I actually. One, I don't really give a shit these days what I look like. And two, I've been working out a lot. So I'm
nice.
I've
got
a little, I've been trying.
That's good.
I still can't do a pull-up, but that doesn't mean anything.
Pull-ups are tough. Yeah. I can do maybe one.
Yeah.
But
I'm working on it, though. That's my goal. Is to do one and
there you go.
20 solid push-ups.
Good.
So
that's a good goal.
Yeah.
Like a friend of mine had a surprise birthday for his husband, boyfriend. I always forget they're not married. They've been together as long as I've known them, like 20 years. Anyway, but it was in their neighbor's backyard. We all hid.
Okay.
And I showed up in like swim trunks and a tank top.
Right.
And everybody else is kind of dressed.
In like
kind of dressed a little nice. Right. No, they're just like, a little short sleeve button up and nice pants and stuff.
Right.
And everyone's giving me so much shit. And I'm like, they have a pool.
I'm right. And then you're like, swim me.
And then
right.
They were an hour late to the surprise thing. So I'm cooking. They're roasting in this. There's shadeless backyard.
Yeah,
and everyone's like,
you're
is
in
there
the pool
somewhere
doing
we
the
can
breaststroke,
go?
just
so
who's the smart one now, guys?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But my point is that it is like, for some reason, oddly provocative for people if you wear a tank top around. Your friends will be like, tank top, huh?
See, I think for girls it's different.
That's true.
Because I wear tank tops a lot with like dress slacks and like a pair of boots or a pair of heels or something,
right.
and I'll wear that to a meeting.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will tank top it in a meeting.
You are the first woman, though, I will say, who hasn't been like, I don't like how I feel how I look in tank tops on the show.
I just don't care anymore. I don't care.
Good.
I have an arm. It looks weird when I do that. I don't care. You know what? It works.
Sure.
It lifts things. It drives my car. It does what an arm is supposed to do.
Right.
I'm very happy so far. I don't care what it looks like.
Yeah.
And, to be fair, I work out and I'm not in horrible shape.
Sure.
So people be like, it's easy for you to say.
Right.
But for me, the emphasis, the emphasis on the outside stuff and how you look on something is so stupid.
Yeah. Well,
I came to have a conversation with my friend and be funny and entertain people.
It.
I don't really care if I have Michelle Obama arms or not.
But it's funny. All of the people all the women around before, they're all in. They look great. There's nothing.
Right.
Even charitably.
But that's the thing. It's. When you see real humans, you're like, oh, human beings, right? And then you go on Instagram and TikTok, and you're like, wow, why do you look so fuzzy?
Yeah. Doesn't that make you? Anytime someone achieves an echelon of fame,
right, that
is beyond as an adult,
right,
and then a couple years later you see them and they've aged, or they've gained weight or they lost weight, the comments explode.
They lived as a human being.
Yeah,
how dare they?
But it's like people think they think when they love someone they're frozen in carbonite,
right?
And then,
for sure. I mean, I've had plenty of people come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, you're old."
Wow.
No, not so much now, but when I was younger.
Oh God, yeah.
And it would be and sometimes younger kids will do it. Not so much now that Fuller House came out, but before that show had come back, I would still get recognized, and little kids would be like, that's not the little kid on the show. And, mom would have to be like, that show is old when I was a kid, But yeah, people sort of think of you as like crystallized in amber.
Do you know the Michael Jackson on a train story when he was with the Jackson 5, but he was like getting through puberty? Like they were all on this train.
This sounds like a minefield of a
and
story.
This might have been
Okay.
why he did the friggin', apocalypse of plastic surgery to himself. Is because
probably a lot of reasons. Joe Jackson.
It's a minefield there, yeah.
The first 10.
Right. But like this lady's he tells this story, but this lady was on the train and was like, "Oh, you guys are the Jackson 5? Where's little Michael?" And you want to meet? And he stood up and he had acne.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he was like kind of gawky and tall.
Right.
And she went like, "Oh." And
yeah.
it's like, not that that's the blame, but like, Jesus Christ, lady, people.
Oh, I had a lady yell at me as a kid. We were shooting at Walt Disney World.
Okay.
And which is chaos, but we were in like the Indiana Jones, whatever, like theater, kind of where they do like those Universal type stunt stage shows.
Okay.
Anyway, we were going to be shooting a scene in there, and so they were clearing out the audience that had been in there, and they had us kind of seated off to the side, and our ADs and producers had asked us, "Don't sign any autographs right now. Like we got to get everybody out, Right. So they had an AD at the bottom, like telling everybody, just walk out. And we're sitting there with our moms and, family, whatever. It was like a small section. And this woman walks by the AD who tells her, like, they're not taking pictures or autographs. I'll say hi. I said, I can say hi. And she comes over and she's like, okay, can I get a picture? And I was like, I'm sorry. And my mom kind of leans over and goes, yeah, they told us not to. This lady turns to me and says, your mother's a bitch. And walks away. And I was like,
wow.
Yeah.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
she said a few more things, but that was what I vividly remember.
Yeah.
And I was like, too bad I was, 10 at the time, because I would have punched her right in her stupid face right now.
Yeah, and like to say that to someone who's 10 because you as an adult couldn't get a picture.
But it's really wild how people sort of, it's and that hasn't exactly gotten any better, people's behavior and manners.
No, they haven't.
No.
I don't think Yelp helped, with people going, they forgot my fork, one star.
Right, 1 star.
Everything else was
when
there.
People do that.
But that's what that was with that lady. She got to see you, got to wave.
I guess I just feel like we all need to find better hobbies.
We'll get over ourselves.
Take up knitting, something, go outside. Yeah. Because the amount of people that hate follow stuff or hate watch, I'm like,
yeah.
So you just pay attention to things you don't like? That's weird.
And it was the whole thing of like men will blank instead of going to therapy. And it's gotten worse every year.
Right.
That's for kind of everybody. Only you can control is yourself and how you react. But people, they want to have something to punch. They want to have some. We all do. I get it. It's so satisfying to scream at something and be like, "Fuck that! That's crazy."
But I don't try not to do it on the internet. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm like, let's make it a real
or even to
gamble
someone's
here.
face.
See if somebody's gonna get punched in the face.
Yeah.
No risk, no reward. You know,
right? You got to pick that one.
Just pick that one.
Just
about a foot taller than you. Just got a mouth off.
There you go. No. Yeah. But it's if you're just looking for that kind of thing, and I definitely know I am. I'm like, I've got like that thing in me where I'm just like, wait, I woke up in the middle of the night. I'm just getting mad at this thing I can't control.
Right. I can't. Right.
Why am I spinning out?
Yeah.
I've
gotten much better at that.
Good.
At just being like, that's beyond my little hula hoop of control.
Yeah, exactly. Are you in therapy?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay, me too.
No, in therapy, I've been, in and out of 12-step programs since I was 18, 19 years old. Mm-hmm. Done, various treatments and meditation and all kinds of stuff. And finally, I like myself.
Oh, good.
But no, I love my therapist. She's great. There's, kind of always stuff to work on.
Yeah.
And my husband is a social worker and a therapist. So...
Oh, cool.
And we met while we were both working in mental health. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah. So I definitely am a big advocate of using mental health tools, and that we should have a lot more resources for them. But
yeah, and I don't think the whole thing of seeing seeing ourselves a certain way, and that helps. But I don't think it's. You don't stop seeing someone do something insane and go what are you doing right now? You know, even though it's clear this person has not had access to the perception you have.
For sure.
Where it's like, in a lot of it is willingly. They were like, "Nah, I'm better than that," or whatever.
My husband makes fun of me because I tend to get into kerfuffles, shall we say?
Yeah.
In parking lots. It seems to be. I mean, and not just Trader Joe's parking lots, which I feel
warrior,
like everyone.
Jodie?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, it's not that. And I'm going to tell you what. It's
joking.
It's like this the overzealous security guards in such parking lots. Or people that are on a power trip. Right. I don't like people on power trips.
Yeah.
So you can see I'm struggling right now.
Yeah.
Well, but I just like, I'm like, don't. I'm so cool. If I fucked up, like, just let me know.
Yeah, me too.
I'll be like, I'm sorry. But if you come at me, my friends always say, like, but if you come at me sideways, the earrings are coming off. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let's go. Like, you want to just start off at 10. I'll do that too.
Yeah.
And I'm often not the bigger person with the airport police. It tends to also be a big one where I'm like, dude, I'm just sitting. What, 10 feet going to make a difference?
I have been so good about that, but once recently, my bag went through and it went in the little glass.
Oh, right.
And then off to the side, and I look at it.
Mine does that all the time.
I just went, fuck! Just like maniac. Just this F-bomb out of nowhere, and the whole line's like... And I'm
right.
Oh,
and you're like,
God. Now
God.
This guy thinks a bomb's in there, kind of thing. I couldn't just say that inside. What's wrong with me?
Well, it's annoying.
It is annoying.
Because it takes them 7 minutes just to find one person to go through your bag.
It's a bag of coffee every time. Because I go places and I get a bag...
Sure it is.
Yeah, there's Coke in there.
But it's surrounded
coffee
by
around
coffee.
It. I drink the coffee the next day to ease the cocaine hangover.
Obviously.
No. I just
does one need coffee after a cocaine hangover? I don't know. I think one needs a Xanax.
No, yeah. Good point. No, but I just buy a bag of coffee on the road and be like, I'm gonna grind this up and make cold brew tomorrow, and they put it in my check-on bag, and they won't.
I was with my mom in the days pre 9/11. I was a kid, and we traveled a bunch.
I remember those sweet days.
Bro, you just walk your family to the gate and sit there and wave, and nobody.
I flew home from college with a sack of weed the size of my head once.
Man,
like in my I checked the
See,
bag.
I did that back in the day,
everything.
even post 9/11. I was dumb. But my mom and I were going through security, and my mom had a purse that was really full, and it got scanned for extra security, and he's like, can I open it up? And my mom goes, oh, careful, it might explode. And literally, as a kid, I looked at her like, what, lady? And the woman just looked at her and was like, I certainly hope not. And, my mom was like, oh, no.
Like, there's a lot of stuff.
She's like, very
Nothing
sort of non-intimidating little OC white lady. But, that was pre 9/11 days, because I think post, she probably would have been proned out on the ground somewhere.
Yeah. That they don't
like that.
Nothing.
Yeah,
not even. Yeah.
And it's so hard for me because I am such a smart ass to not make jokes in the TSA line.
Oh wow.
Not to the TSA agents, but even just being a smart ass and just saying something stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not the place to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it here. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've seen I do the TSA pre.
Oh yeah, the pre-check, right?
But in the other line, I've seen the sign on the wall that says you don't have to take your shoes off anymore, and this guy is still telling people to take them off though, and it's like, but it said, and it's like it's like something out of Orwell or like Brazil.
Well, the face
movie.
The face scanning thing is because if you can technically say I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you do, good luck. They're doing a full body cavity search now. You know what I mean?
When you ask for a pat down, they always say the same thing, which is, you get exposed to more radiation on the plane, and it's like, so I should just double up.
Right?
What's your point?
Right.
The more's the merrier for radiation.
I mean,
no.
I always know that I have the option of being like, no. Fuck the government.
Of course.
But I don't, because I also know that the second I walk 6 more feet, they're going to have me on 18 cameras in the airport anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I know it's kind of
there's when we were talking about the resistance thing, the thing I wanted to mention is they always say the big thing to do is community up.
Yeah,
you know, with people, and that was kind of a happy little discovery because I have like all my neighbors are great, and we all have each other's numbers, and we like it to a point that it's almost hilarious because I live in this cul-de-sac in a nice neighborhood, and like it's kind of funky and hip, but it's not. There's no real crime. We have like exactly 2 homeless people. And
you probably know them and know their name, and they're in the same spot every day. We
get them a sandwich.
We had Paul across the street. Hey, Paul,
and we don't get anyone really. Sometimes a homeless guy wander down and look in the trash and whatever. Right. But like this one time, this neighbor texted and was like, there's someone suspicious on the street. I think he's casing all our houses.
Was it you?
And I.
In a tank top.
I had a ski mask on.
Right.
I've been skiing.
He's wearing a tank top and a ski mask. It's very disconcerting.
He's dancing. I'm driving, and this dude, like older but like a good-looking guy in like a leather jacket, and he's got a motorcycle, and he's like perched on a fire hydrant smoking, and I'm like, this is a criminal at a central casting. There's no way.
Right. You're like,
there's no way. Right. I drove by him and I waved and he kind of gave me the cool guy nod. And I went home and I'm just laughing
James Dean's
to
ghost?
myself.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Like, what the fuck?
And then we found out, that's Rick's buddy. And Rick is a guy who works on cars and stuff. And I'm like, of course.
Got it.
Because that is the worst case job I've ever heard of in my life.
Right.
If you're like trying to, you drive by and you don't even look at the house. You kind of know when people are coming and going.
Right.
He's just smoking.
He's like, I'm just smoking a cigarette. Like,
just
Jesus.
a beautiful man for my age.
Right. Yeah. I'm just a silver fox here smoking a cigarette on a fire hydrant.
Like,
leave me alone.
So insane.
And
like, God bless her for being like, he looks like a criminal. And like, yeah, a hot one. What's going on?
Yeah. I'd bang him. Yeah. No, like the what was that? That criminal that got all the attention that like
that blue-eyed tattooed
See?
guy. Yeah,
everybody remembers him. He was pretty. He was pretty.
We always hire when and if you guys are looking to hire movers, hire Delancey Street Movers. They use men and women who are working their way back in society after doing time.
Yep.
And when we moved from our apartment, my wife and I, to our now house, we hired them. And the thing is, they don't just move your stuff; they run back to the truck. These guys like hustle.
Right. Yeah, they're
they're great.
Yeah.
But the foreman guy was a dude who looked like he'd be cast as like in The Town, but he's like the hot one. He's like the Ben Affleck character.
Right.
And he's so like cordial. My wife is just like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, that guy's fucking, what the fuck's going on?
Right.
He was so good looking. And that thing of like, oh, he's out of jail kind of thing.
Right.
It's like, I think
he embezzled millions from Target, but fuck it,
Well, if he was a white collar criminal, he's in love with doing burpees. I'll say that right now because he had that body.
Oh God. Well, there's not much, read and lift weights.
To do.
Read and lift weights.
But
that's Delancey Street. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love.
So check them
out. I do love places like Homeboy Industries, places that give opportunities because we don't exactly make it easy for people to pay their debt to society and then actually move on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's just this black mark on you the rest of your life because of a mistake typically in your youth when you have no perspective.
Oh my God. None.
Yeah.
None.
No.
Or sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was young. God, glad I made it this far.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like the amount of times I came this close to total disaster for me and my friends and like
I know. I think about it now, especially having teenage daughters. I look at them like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's scary.
But no, they're actually my kids are actually doing really well. So,
okay, good.
I mean, at least I think, but who knows? No.
I feel like though it's like someone who's in recovery.
I mean, look, we hit a rough patch.
Sense like because you know how well like. I'm not calling you this, but how well like an addict lies.
Right. Well, the thing is that kids are just liars. So they're lying all the time.
Right.
And then you're like, I think you're doing things. And then come to find out, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, we had a wild summer, but I find that right around 16, most people I know are like, oh, my summer of my 16-year-old year was nightmare. And that was kind of what happened.
Oh, yeah.
And now we've settled into it. She's in her senior year and she's like,
okay.
Oh, okay. I'm getting my life together. So, yeah.
Okay, good.
So it's good. And again, nothing like I was as a kid.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I would go through, I'd be like, was I that bad? I wasn't that bad. And now, like, I think about it and I'm like, yeah, no, my mom was right. Like, every time I left the house, it was just some more bullshit. Like, it's just,
wow.
I was always doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, it's the funnest thing to do.
it is the funnest thing. That's the thing. I have ADHD. I have very poor impulse control.
Oh, yeah.
As
there you go.
by this interview.
No. You've made great decisions, but only in this interview.
Only in this. Well, it's true.
Otherwise,
it's true. I finally made a good decision on a marriage. So, but,
there you got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, to have kids. Two good ones, 2 good decisions.
Yeah. Two good decisions. Depends on the day you ask. But,
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's a mid decision.
Sure.
No.
It's mid. Yeah. We do a thing on the show where we talk about tucked in tanks. Because to me, that was always the craziest guy in the 80s, was the guy who wore a tank top tucked into his jeans.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
so you have the scary guy in the action movie.
Right.
You have the badass kind of thing, even though he basically
right. Why am I picturing like I don't know, like a Patrick Swayze-esque, like sort of mullety with like a black tank. Maybe I picture him in Dirty Dancing, but
Dirty Dancing and Swayze and like Dirty Dancing and Roadhouse was like the low key basically inspiration for this podcast. So
got it.
I
see it.
It's thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. A lot of people are like, no, you're too tall. No. You're not the
now
same
shape.
You're a terrible dancer.
I ignored it.
Right. Thank you.
But yeah.
But we do this thing called tucked in takes.
Okay.
So it's anything that is like basically kind of crazy, but that you want to share or talk about or anything. It can be a happy thing. It can be a bad thing. It can be,
oh God.
If you don't have one on deck, that's fine.
Like big things or like little, does it matter?
Can be anything. It's just a big blanket,
It's just a blanket thing. All right. Well, my dog got skunked the other day.
Okay.
And that's never happened before. I've never had any interactions with a skunk.
Okay.
I've seen them in the neighborhood. They go by their little way, and I go that way, and it's all good. I have a big dumb dog.
Okay.
And she is a German Shepherd Husky Chow mix.
Whoa. Okay.
So she's about 78 pounds. She'd probably be like 72, but whatever. She likes French fries. But she loves herself in a tank top. She is very hairy, like the hairiest dog ever. Like, just to get her wet, you have to like separate the hair and get down to it's layered.
Gotcha.
Layered.
Gotcha.
And we have neighbors who sold their house recently, and so they have been doing some terrible construction next door and ripping out trees. And they ripped a hole in our fence, and a skunk got through.
Oh, wow.
We had been skunk-free up until then.
Oh, yeah.
Because they crawl. They're not really good at the climbing over fences, but they crawl under.
Mm-hmm.
Skunk out in the yard. All I hear, I'm out in my back office, all I hear is just my husband go, what is, oh God, Issa, get out of the goddamn house. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh.
I open the back door of my office, which is like right next to our little pool, and it slapped me in the face.
Whoa, yeah.
Repeatedly.
So bad.
It was like Three Stooges back and forth. Like, it was, and it's not like when you're like, oh, it's skunk, like it smells kind of like weed. Up close, very different.
Yeah.
Very different. It's like an acrid, burning, awful smell.
Yeah.
And she got it right in her big fluffy neck.
Yeah.
And and just her brief little jaunt into the house and back out, our house smelled like skunk solidly for 3 days.
Yeah.
This was a month ago. The dog still smells like skunk. Like, I go and grab her, I'm like, God damn
they're
it.
still there.
She gets
Did you do
bathed every week.
The tomatoes, like,
so tomato juice is not the thing.
Okay. What is it?
So audiences, take note. Apparently, tomato juice is not the thing, and it's like an oil. So it's not like a spray, like an aerosol sort of mist. It's like someone took a bottle of olive oil and just squirted it all over. So you can't get it wet.
Oh.
Because then it just spreads, right? And it doesn't pull it out. So you have to make a paste of a quart of hydrogen peroxide, which no one really has just lying around. So you got to go get that while the dog is now skunked. Baking soda and a teaspoon or a tablespoon of dish soap. And you like make it into a paste and then apply it to the dog.
Whoa.
Repeatedly. And like pull it out of their fur and then bathe them and then do it again. So the dog got 2 baths that night. And of course it was like 9 p.m. It was her last little journey outside. We were like, let's wrap it up in a little bit. Go, no.
Whoa.
So that was, I invested in a lot of air purifiers and I just pretty much bought out Yankee Candle Company. So I have like 17 different scents in my house. Like you go from an apple orchard to clean laundry to, like tobacco woods. Mm-hmm. But it all has a very faint undertone of skunk.
Wow.
So, yeah. They should make that into a candle and just... You know what I mean?
It's
just
like
be like, hey, did you get skunked?
It's a prank one.
Why don't you
just
burn a skunk
it.
candle and just be like, it's the candle, and then people will just kind of get over it.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst smell that there is. It was so bad.
Awful. And my poor dog was just traumatized sitting there. Like she got up on the little like outside chairs or whatever, and she's just sitting there totally still, ears back and down, just staring straight ahead like, I've made mistakes.
Yeah.
I've done things. I went over and I wrapped her in like a towel to hopefully stop it from wiping all over everything.
Yeah.
And she just sat there. Like usually she'll get up and be like, I get this thing on me. She just sat there like a little babushka, just wrapped in a towel. And I was like, you're dumb.
Yeah.
You learned a lesson, didn't you?
It's one of those things you don't want to say your fault, but
your fault.
Kind of your fault.
But your fault. Yeah. I mean, you should have seen what she was wearing.
Like you took it there.
Yep. Fur. She was wearing fur. What skunk doesn't want to spray it directly into
so hot.
fur? God, just. You probably had a plan for this podcast.
No,
and then
I never have a plan.
Oh, good.
No,
that's the way I like to do
I
things.
have the tucked in takes, and that's it. The rest,
okay, good.
And then we both wear this. That's like all we have. But
that's
it's like
really all I have. That is
good.
That is all I have today.
Is there Is there anything you want to plug when you're on here?
No, it isn't all I have. We could go for hours.
No, I know that.
I'm just kidding. But I don't want to.
Well, if I don't, no. We can go as long as you want. Yeah.
No, I have How Rude Tanneritos, which is my Full House rewatch podcast. I keep it PG-13 on there, so no, the F-bombs and stuff, but
Sure.
I definitely have my fun with...
That's awesome.
We have fun with making fun of the show, because I host it with Andrea Barber, who was Kimmy Gibbler.
Sure.
She and I never watched the original series.
Oh, this is great.
I grew up doing the show, and so people would ask about episodes and this and that. I'd be like, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
So we talked to our friends who also do the Pod Meets World podcast, which is their rewatch. And they were like, what if you guys did a Full House one? And we were like, that'd be kind of fun. So we have started at the pilot and watched all of the episodes and rated them and just lampooned them at times. And also... celebrated some of the really cool ones, like where we dealt with, Steph having to go to therapy to deal with the trauma of the earthquake, which hadn't really been addressed, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. We've had tons of guest writers, our studio teachers, my mom, everybody, some of our big executive producers that, ran Laverne and Shirley and, people from show business like history.
Yeah.
And it's been really fun, and I get to just be ridiculous. And so that I've been doing that. I also have a show called Smoke Show with Sweetin, a comedy pageant, which is here in LA at Bespoke on Fairfax. And we have a show in September. I want to say September 3rd Saturday in September.
This is probably going to come out after that, unfortunately. Sorry. But
we'll have one in October.
There you
too,
go. Perfect.
Matt.
Great.
I don't know the date yet, but we are going to have one in October.
Okay, good. Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. We will have one in October, and it is we put 3 comedians through the most fucked up beauty pageant you've ever experienced.
Wow.
In your life. And nobody knows what's coming, least of all me.
Nice.
And it's off the wall every time, and we have a really good time. There's a talent portion, if you could call it that.
Okay.
There's some singing. There's some games. There's a lot of getting to know you questions, which lead to getting to know things about some of our comedians that are really a lot.
Cool.
But yeah, it's fun. So come check it out.
Yeah.
Since obviously we can't do the September one, come to the October. Well,
There you go.
you could come to the September one, but
Yeah,
the
I could
people
go.
can't because this will be
They
post.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
they will have missed it. But yeah.
Unless they time travel.
Right. We tend to, we've just been banking this episode, these kind of episodes just to kind of get them out, just for people's schedules. To
Absolutely.
Be like, we have a block.
Just like have a
How
block,
about this? You know?
Yeah.
Rather, I can't imagine people that have like timely podcasts.
We have ours. Well, ours, we have a few in the thing right now, but we've had it before, and then I'll like have to go out of town to shoot something. So like, you know, doing your podcast on your day off or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
There's no days off in this business, but yeah, it's we have a nice little cushion right now, but we definitely have come down to like we have a show to have to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the guest canceled, and now what do we do?
Of course. Yeah. So. Yeah. I had like 2 of those this week. So
yeah,
like...
I mean, and it's, you know, I am a lover of canceled plans, but I don't do it in my professional life. Just to my friends.
They're great when you cancel. It sucks when other people cancel on you. You know?
Not usually. I'm usually pretty happy to be let out of whatever responsibility. I'm like, great.
That's true.
Yeah. Even like a concert, you don't want to go? Oh, cool.
That is nice.
I don't have to deal with parking. You know what I mean? Like, a thing you want to go to? I can. Really, vacation would be the only thing.
It's funny. I think that kind of comes with age. Like when I was younger, I'd be like, "What the fuck? We've had this set for like weeks for the shit."
I was young. Like I thought I was going to be so lame if I stayed home. Like, you couldn't stay home. You couldn't be by yourself. You could just had to be around people. And now I don't want to be around anyone.
Yeah. Do you think like young people aren't necessarily crazy enough? Like we were. I'm not saying like to party, but just like they're like in mode with you and I. Like I go to bed at like 9:30.
Right.
So like, you know, I feel like the
my kids
unless I'm on the road.
And my kids are they're night owls, but they've always been night owls.
Okay.
But I was when I was young too. Now 8:30 comes and I'm like, is it too early for bed?
Right. But do they have the FOMO thing that I certainly had?
They do, but also it's a strange generation where like there's FOMO, but there's also FaceTime.
Yes.
So they're sort of and they don't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, go out with your friend. Like, you know, they'll just want to like hang out at the house, and I'm like, go to Ventura, go wander around Ventura or something. I don't know. Go shoplift somewhere. Go be a teenager.
I used to have nightmares in my adolescence when like you kind of going through puberty and then there's popularity and all that stuff, and I used to have like literal nightmares of I can't find the party. Oh, and this is before I was ever drinking or doing drugs, but just like there's a cool party going on, and I remember having this dream, and I'm wandering empty streets at night in the nightmare.
Really depressing.
And a thing, but like I'd have that thing, that feeling.
Have friends?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, if you can believe it. But they, you know, it was like. My generation, we didn't have internet. No, you had to call. Call the girl's house and talk to the dad first.
Hi,
hey,
this is
who's this?
Right. Yeah. Oh, my dad was.
What's she know you from?
My dad would mix up all of my friends' names.
That's great. My dad too.
And so I'd come home, and if God forbid I had 3 friends named Michelle, I'd be like, well, which one? I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I'm dreaming about like when my kid is in high school, and I'm just gonna when she's coming over, I'm just gonna be in jeans and no shirt all the time. You know, just wandering around.
Yeah, I will tell you that's a great way to build connection and relationships with your. No, I'm just kidding. No, the best thing to do is dance in the supermarket. I found that is a really good tactic, and it usually shuts them up from whatever they're arguing about.
Well, they play all the songs from our childhood now in the supermarket.
Trader Joe's is bumping.
Trader Joe's is all yacht rock.
And I'm like, They're like, oh my god. Yeah.
Mom. Yeah.
And I'm like, the more you hate it, the more I do it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I will say it is fun because Rose kind of gets the joke where I'll be like, Rose, I think everyone wants to see me dance.
Right.
And
yeah.
she's like, what?
What? Right.
Like, that's the dumbest idea.
Right.
But then she's got like that kind of sense of humor where she's like, you're so full of shit. You got to teach them
sarcasm young.
Yeah.
You know? My kids speak fluent sarcasm, and I get it used back at me a lot.
I did this like, this big show, and we played like an arena, and they gave us jerseys from like the Seahawks,
right?
With our names in the back.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I gave and for the Kraken, they're like hockey team, and I gave it to my daughter and like put it on her, and she's like dancing around, and I sent that to some of the guys that I was like on in this weekend with,
right?
And I don't know I think she gets it from like Gravity Falls, but she's like, she just yells, "This is for your own good." She just yells that at people, and it's like, sounds like I'm like beating her or something. Like, where do you get this phrase?
Right. And you're wearing a tank top, and people assume.
Yes, exactly.
Or no shirt. People really assume. Yeah.
Really painting myself into a corner.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, with this.
Yeah. Especially, you're in an ice rink. Can you put a shirt on?
Sir.
Sir, your nipples are way too hard right now. Can you please put a shirt on?
Stop wood cutting with your nipples. Please.
Right. I don't know where we were going after that.
I don't think we had anywhere, but
no, I think we wrapped and then came back.
No. But I'm wrapping now, but I want to say you did not have to come on this podcast, and I really appreciate you.
Oh my God, I am so happy to come on this podcast.
Good.
I was really excited to.
All right, good.
I always love seeing you.
Yeah, you too.
I always forget like our storied past together.
Yeah, it's great.
That we have definitely been sort of bumping into each other for a while.
Yeah,
so,
and I've loved watching you kind of navigate and do it your own way, and so
thank you.
Kudos. So
thank you,
again, thanks for being on.
Absolutely, my pleasure. I had a great time, and I hope all 7 of your watchers enjoyed it.
Thank you. Perfect.